Well, hi, we're here with another session with congressional candidate Rafael.
Dagnesses.
Dagnesses. Okay. I always get
Common spelling.
Call me anything, but don't call me late for dinner.
All my Little League trophies are misspelled.
I noticed a couple of those, but one of the things we want to try and do for the community is to talk about some major things that potentially are affecting us here in Ventura County. And one of which certainly is healthcare and this whole thing with quote-unquote Obamacare. If you're elected, what is going to be your position to try and help make this into something that is really good?
Yeah. Well, I actually call Obamacare, which is the ACA, Affordable Care Act, the Unaffordable Care Act. Because, and once again, we've talked about truth and honesty and just being brutal about it. If you're even if you're for Obamacare and the ACA, you got to be honest that we were sold a lie. The president came in front of the American people and said that we were going to save money, that we were going, our policies were going to cost less money, that we were going to be able to keep our doctors. And history shows that the fact is that's not what happened. On my own family, because we're self-employed, my medical went from $700 a month to $2,000 a month, and our co-payments went up 4 times on top of the $2,000. I mean, my family's been financially hurt by this so-called Affordable Care Act, and countless families that I talk to have been hurt. And now it's starting to creep out on the news that these insurance agencies that were in bed with the Obama administration are now starting to pull out because it's not working. We were lied to. And as a matter of fact, you don't need to listen to me. You can just go on the internet and pull up a creator of Obamacare or ACA, this guy named Jonathan Gruber. He's an economist from MIT. Talking to a group of people in government, I guess, how they were going to pass Obamacare and how they were able to pass it, and by basically being deceptive. This is called intent. If you plan to commit a crime, and as you know, I was a law enforcement officer, if you plan to commit and you have that intent, it's a crime. It's disgusting. And this government committed, in my opinion, a financial crime on the American people because they knew that they were lying to us. And this man is, I mean, there's evidence there where he says we had to be deceptive. We could not tell the truth. We cannot tell the truth. And, you know, the American people are stupid. That's what he said. These are not my words. They're stupid. So we're going to be able to get this passed by. But we can't tell them the truth. Sure enough, we had the President of the United States look in our eyes and tell us lies, knowing what was really behind there. I'm not going to accept his excuse that he was not aware of it. That was his baby. Then we had the Speaker of the House at the time, Nancy Pelosi, shove that bill through Congress. And actually, and there's footage on that, saying, we're going to pass this, we'll read it after we pass it. Now, I'm asking anyone, I mean, I don't care, once again, if you're a Democrat, Republican, or whatever, no party should be passing any bill, filling it with trash, the members of Congress not having time to read it or review it, and then we're going to find out what's in it after the fact. Even if it's a great bill, that's wrong. It defies common sense. If anyone that runs a small little business from the neighborhood restaurant to a large corporation did that, they would collapse. But because it's not their money, they're using our money, they don't care. And it's wrong. So Obamacare needs to be completely repealed. There is no doubt there are people that have been helped by the ACA, but there are more people that have been hurt. You don't take a system that needed fixing, and they make it worse. You know, one of the things, for example, and this is common sense, I'm not an economist, but I have run multiple businesses over the years. You know, it seems like lawyers get in the way all the time, and no matter what side is in power, no matter what's going on with the fight, the attorneys wind up making all the money. If you go to Bel Air, there's pretty much 3 types of people that live in that area on the west side. People in the movie entertainment industry, foreign money, and attorneys. So, yeah, my mission would be to repeal Obamacare. Yes, work on a solution to assist those folks, especially people with existing conditions. That's the one thing that I completely agree on. But we could have done that with one, tort reform. We could have done that by opening the barriers so there's competition across state lines. You know, the insurance companies didn't want that.
Yeah.
They're in bed with the government. They don't want competition because then they can elevate those premiums. But when there's competition, you get excellence. That's just the way it is.
And that's been the success of our whole country.
It is, absolutely. Competitions bring success.
So basically what you're saying is you're on that side that it's easier, like when you're going in to remodel a house, sometimes it's easier to just knock the whole thing down.
Take it down to the foundation.
Exactly.
Take it down to the foundation and then work on it. Put some new plumbing, new electrical. You know, you can't get aluminum wiring and then do a tie into copper and then keep running it, okay? You're going to cause a fire in the future. Something bad's going to happen. And by the way, and my opponent, you know, just because she's a rubber stamp for the administration and Nancy Pelosi, won't admit that it was a mistake. She continues to support Obamacare.
A lot of, you know, each person has its own look at it, and I think you've expressed, you know, your feeling quite well, so I hope viewers that are going to watch this will be able to get some more information and then make up their own minds on it.
And one more thing I wanted to add regarding that. And people that are out there seeking jobs right now, looking for full-time jobs, you're going to start noticing that employers are going into these part-time modes now. My wife has gone back to work after, you know, raising our kids, and she's in the medical field, and she works in an emergency room. But all the jobs have gone from full-time to per diem and part-time to avoid having to pay those medical costs because they're so astronomical.
Yep.
And the common man, women of course, but the common person is the one that's hurt the most by this. The rich are not hurt by this. It's the working class person is who's hurt by this.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll try and get a good segment, started, and we'll come back and see how all of this works out.
Thank you, sir.
Very much.